Imagine biting into a seemingly healthy granola bar, only to discover later that it contains hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and a host of unlisted additives. This is a common experience for many of us who are trying to make healthier food choices but are misled by the packaging and labels. This scenario is all too common in today's world of processed foods. With the convenience of pre-packaged meals and snacks, we often overlook the importance of understanding what goes into these products. Food labels, often touted as our guide to healthy eating, can be misleading. They are designed to give us a sense of security, but in reality, they can be full of half-truths and omissions. They may not reveal the full story of what we're putting into our bodies. The fine print and scientific jargon can be confusing, making it difficult to make truly informed choices. This essay aims to unmask these hidden ingredients and empower you to make informed food choices. By understanding the tricks and loopholes used in food labeling, you can take control of your diet and health. We often trust food labels to provide accurate information about ingredients. However, this trust can be misplaced when labels are designed to mislead rather than inform. However, there are loopholes in labeling practices that can obscure the true nature of what we consume. For instance, ingredients can be listed under different names, making it hard to recognize what you're actually eating. From the rounding rule that masks the presence of trans fats and MSG to the multitude of aliases sugar hides behind, the complexity of food labels can be overwhelming. Deciphering food labels can feel like solving a complex puzzle. Each piece of information needs to be carefully examined and understood in the context of the whole product. This lack of transparency extends beyond primary ingredients. Even secondary ingredients and processing methods can be hidden from the consumer. Incidental additives, present in small quantities, often escape listing altogether. These can include substances used in the manufacturing process that don't have to be declared on the label. These additives, including processing aids and flavor enhancers, can have cumulative effects on our health. Over time, even small amounts can add up, potentially leading to health issues. Our journey into the hidden world of food additives begins with a closer look at the rounding rule. This rule allows manufacturers to round down the amount of certain ingredients, like trans fats, to zero if they fall below a certain threshold. It's time to pull back the curtain on misleading food labels and equip ourselves with the knowledge to make healthier choices. By being more vigilant and informed, we can navigate the grocery aisles with confidence. Our health and well-being depend on it. Making informed food choices is not just about avoiding unhealthy ingredients. It's about embracing a lifestyle that prioritizes our long-term health and happiness. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and activate the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, we can make healthier choices and live better lives. The rounding rule allows manufacturers to list the amount of certain nutrients as zero if they fall below a specific threshold per serving. This seemingly minor detail can have significant consequences for our health. While this may seem insignificant, it has major implications for ingredients like trans fats and MSG. These ingredients, often hidden in plain sight, can have serious health effects. Trans fats, known to raise bad cholesterol and lower good cholesterol, can still lurk in foods labeled as trans fat-free. This misleading labeling can give consumers a false sense of security. This is because the FDA allows manufacturers to round down to zero if a serving contains less than 0.5 grams of trans fat. So, even if a product claims to have 0 grams of trans fat, it might still contain small amounts. Consuming multiple servings of such products can lead to a significant intake of this harmful fat without your knowledge. Over time, this can contribute to serious health issues like heart disease. MSG, or monosodium glutamate, a flavor enhancer, is often unlisted despite its presence in many processed foods. This can be particularly concerning for those who are sensitive to MSG. The rounding rule again comes into play, allowing manufacturers to omit MSG from the ingredient list if the amount per serving is small enough. This means that even if you are trying to avoid MSG, you might still be consuming it unknowingly. This poses a problem for individuals sensitive to MSG who may experience adverse reactions without knowing the source. Symptoms can range from headaches and sweating to more severe reactions. The rounding rule highlights a critical flaw in food labeling. Even seemingly insignificant amounts of harmful ingredients can accumulate with multiple servings. This can lead to a cumulative effect that impacts your health over time. It underscores the importance of reading labels carefully and understanding the nuances of food regulations. Being an informed consumer can help you make better choices and protect your health in the long run. Additionally, doing your own research on food additives and their potential effects can provide further insight. Knowledge is power when it comes to making healthier food choices. Whenever possible, opting for fresh, whole foods over processed options can help you avoid hidden trans fats and MSG. Cooking at home allows you to control what goes into your meals. By being vigilant and making informed choices, you can take charge of your diet and ensure that you and your loved ones are consuming healthier, safer foods. Sugar is notorious for its addictive properties and its contribution to various health problems. To circumvent our awareness, food manufacturers often use a variety of names to disguise sugar on ingredient lists. This makes it challenging to identify and limit our sugar intake effectively. From the more familiar sucrose and fructose to the less obvious maltose, dextrose, and corn syrup solids, sugar hides under a plethora of aliases. Manufacturers often use several different types of sugar in a single product, making it even more difficult to track our intake. This deliberate obfuscation makes it easy to consume excessive amounts of sugar without realizing it. Excess sugar consumption is linked to a range of health issues, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Learning to recognize these hidden sugars is crucial for making informed choices about the foods we consume. Don't be fooled by deceptive labeling tactics. Take the time to scrutinize ingredient lists and unmask the sugar lurking within. Section 4. The sneaky world of incidental additives, unlisted and under the radar. Incidental additives represent another layer of hidden ingredients in our food supply. These substances, used in production, processing, or packaging, may find their way into the final product in small quantities. Because they are not intentionally added, they often escape listing on food labels. While the FDA has regulations governing incidental additives, their presence can still be a concern for several reasons. Firstly, the cumulative effect of consuming multiple products containing unlisted additives is unknown. Secondly, individuals with sensitivities to specific substances may experience adverse reactions without being aware of the source. Examples of incidental additives include processing aids, solvents, and packaging materials. These substances may not pose significant risks in isolation. However, their long-term effects, especially in combination with other additives and processed foods, remain largely unstudied. The lack of transparency regarding incidental additives underscores the need for stricter regulations and greater transparency in food labeling. Consumers have the right to know what's in their food, even in trace amounts. Section 5. Dextrin and maltodextrin, hidden culprits in common foods. These additives are more common than you might think, and their presence in our daily diet is often overlooked. Dextrin and maltodextrin, two common food additives, exemplify the hidden nature of many ingredients. They are often listed on ingredient labels, but their implications are not widely understood by consumers. Derived from starch, these substances are often used as thickeners, fillers, and sweeteners in a wide range of processed foods. Their versatility makes them a favorite among food manufacturers, but this convenience comes at a cost. While generally recognized as safe, or GRAS, by the FDA, their consumption is not without potential drawbacks. The GRAS status means that they are considered safe under the conditions of their intended use. But this does not account for the cumulative effects of consuming multiple products containing these additives. Both dextrin and maltodextrin have a high glycemic index, meaning they can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. This is particularly concerning for individuals who need to monitor their blood sugar closely, such as those with diabetes. This can be particularly problematic for individuals with diabetes or those trying to manage their weight. Rapid spikes in blood sugar can lead to increased hunger and overeating, making weight management more challenging. Furthermore, These additives can contribute to digestive issues in some individuals, as they can ferment in the gut and lead to bloating, gas, and diarrhea. This is especially true for those with sensitivities or pre-existing digestive conditions. Despite their potential downsides, dextrin and maltodextrin are found in a surprising number of everyday products. Their presence is not limited to obvious processed foods, but extends to items we might consider healthy. From breakfast cereals and yogurt to sauces, salad dressings, and even baby food, these hidden sugars lurk in many unsuspecting places. It's easy to consume them without realizing it, especially when they are added to foods marketed as healthy. The widespread use of dextrin and maltodextrin highlights the importance of reading labels carefully and being mindful of hidden sugars. Understanding what we are consuming is the first step towards making healthier choices. By making conscious choices and opting for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible, we can minimize our intake of these and other potentially problematic additives. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and home-cooked meals are excellent alternatives that can help us avoid the hidden culprits in our diet. Ultimately, being informed and proactive about our food choices empowers us to take control of our health. By prioritizing natural, whole foods, we can reduce our reliance on processed products and the hidden additives they contain. Education and awareness are key. The more we know about what goes into our food, the better equipped we are to make decisions that support our well-being. Let's strive to be mindful eaters and advocates for healthier food options.